Jennifer, the maker behind Stamped AF. It is Wednesday, November 16th, and it's 6:31 p.m. I mentioned, I think it was last week, pretty sure it was last week, that I was going to start going live at 6:30 p.m. Central. I get home from work, I rush to have dinner, and this time kind of works. Now, I realize that on the West Coast, it means it's 4:30 p.m. So if you can't catch me live, then you can catch the replay. I hope everyone is having a wonderful week. I have a couple of samples that I want to show you, and I figured we'd do kind of a choose your own adventure. Based on the samples, you will get to choose the bundle that we use, the DSP that we use. Before I flip this around, you can't see, oh yes you can see the ticker. Hi Barb, hi Jewel, hi Zara. My host code this month is up on the screen. If you spend $60 before taxes and shipping, you get to choose your own gift. Usually it would be like ribbon or embellishments or something. It's basically my discount that I'm giving to you, so you get to choose your gift. I also wanted to mention that the seasonal sale is ending tomorrow, and I've had some questions, so I just wanted to go over it quickly. So, I'm so excited, I'm out of breath. With the Start With Savings promotion that's on right now, hello everyone that's joining. With the Start With Savings promotion that's on through the end of November, you're getting your starter kit for $100 instead of $135, and you're choosing $165 in product. That'd be a terrible deal, right? Pay $135 and choose $65. You're paying $100 and choosing $165 in product. Now, when I say the starter kit, you don't have to do what I'm doing. You don't have to run it as a business. You can use it for your own discount. You can use it for your friends and family. Totally up to you. If you purchase that starter kit before the end of tomorrow, you're getting extra savings. So right now, all cardstock is 10% off. All Stampin' Up! Ink pads are 15% off. And when I say Stampin' Up!, I mean all single Stampin' Up! So the ink pad families are not eligible, and third-party stamp pads like Memento and Versamark are not eligible. So any Stampin' Up! Ink pad. So say you needed Cajun Craze, 15% off. And select dies from the annual catalog are 20% off. And I'm going to tell you some of my favorite label dies. I've decided I'm getting a second set. So the Tasteful Label dies, the Stitch So Sweetly dies. I bought both of those this month, and I could have saved an additional 20% off had I waited. Because not only is it the 20% that customers get, I get my discount too. So I'm getting 25% off and then another 20. So I'm getting 45% off. So if you have ever thought of joining Stampin' Up!, and even if you only want to stick around for a few months, totally up to you. Make sure that you get that starter kit by end of day tomorrow, because you're going to save a lot more. Hi Feline, hi Jewel. It's not all, well, it might be all dies from the annual catalog. It is not all dies, so there's none from the holiday catalog, none from the August or July to December mini catalog. But I saw that the Hippo and Friends dies are in there, and that's one label set that I haven't gotten a second of yet, so. Hi Roz, hi Megan. Excuse me, I am going to flip this around and show you my very messy desk. Oh, can everyone hear me okay? I just realized I hadn't put this on yet. This string is perfect for that. Can't even see it. So if you follow my blog, you saw that I shared this, let's show you down here. I shared this card that had a coordinating bubblegum treat box. It was so cute. And I showed my process to put it together. It's a standing, I don't know what you would call this. It's a gatefold card, but it's like, I don't know. It's like a upside down gatefold U card. I don't know what this fold is called. Marissa, I get a second set because when I'm prepping classes, it's so much easier to run two of the same die through. So take this Stitch So Sweetly. I've got a set up there sorry, I've actually got 2 sets up there because there's no coordinating stamp set. So I can run 2 at the same time, and I've got less passes through my die cutting machine, and my prep goes a lot faster. And these are, sorry, Deacon's barking. These are the tags primarily. I don't buy a second set of everything. So the Tasteful Labels dies, the Stitch So Sweetly dies, those kinds of things. So I said I was going to do a video on this, and I figured I would go live. So there's that sample that has the Snowman Season and the Snow Buddy Better, because how stinking cute is that? And if you want to do some coloring, it's a great set because so much of it is white. Hi, Jean. Okay, so I am going to show you the samples. So the card that kind of started it all was this one. I created it for the Fab and Festive Retreat, and then turned out I had created more than I needed. But it's so cute. You can put whatever you want there. If you want to add extra images, you want to put another stamped image. Oh boy, I'm sorry. And you can write all of your greeting there. Okay, so that was number 1. This was number 2. So this did make it to the Fab and Festive Retreat. Thank you so much. If you are watching from my Facebook group, unfortunately I can't see your name. It just says Facebook user. So hi, thank you so much for watching. If you want me to answer specifically, just pop your name in there. Okay, so this one was part of the Fab and Festive Retreat. And this part is optional. You could definitely write your message like on this one. You could write it right here. Okay, so number 3. Oh, that boy's gonna be in trouble. I made this one yesterday. The black glimmer paper and some gold foil with the bright baubles. Now, I had a little boo-boo there. It just would not come out. And then the Simply Elegant DSP. This one has a big wow factor between the glimmer paper and some gold heat embossing, which I did after I assembled it. So it's been sitting under some stuff for a while. And then the back, I heat embossed this as well. So it's the well-defined stamp set and then one of the ornaments from the bright baubles. Now, do you see this? You see how it's overlapping? You see how that one, that one's not too bad. These two don't overlap, and I'm going to give you a trick so that this doesn't happen, because this one right now goes about that far and then they kind of have to overlap. So the last sample that I did, I think, is my favorite. I keep giving you the impossible choices of choosing a favorite, right? Like my see-through cards last week. This one is my favorite. So I did this yesterday. I was at home for the day and I was watching the onstage replay and making this. It's the first real time I've played with this bundle. And I used the In Good Taste DSP. And I don't know what it is. I love it. I created this little background, drew a frame around it, and I wanted to put a sentiment there, but I couldn't decide. So I thought you could write a greeting in there, but you also have the room back here. So I would love to recreate this one for you, but it's a lot of stamping and die cutting. So I thought, let me give you the dimensions for this, and see, this one fits perfectly. That's because I realized the trick to it, and I'm going to give you that trick so you don't goof it up like I did. So I'm feeling better, but the headache comes and goes now. It's not like a solid headache 24/7. Hair is a mess, but I am feeling better. Right now I have a tension headache, and I think it's the weather. And I mean, I went for a massage on Friday and it didn't even make a dent. But yes, I'm feeling better. Thank you. Thank you, Gail. Thank you, Jean. So you guys pick a DSP. It could be from the July to December catalog. It could be from the annual catalog. So I will tell you what I have. I have Beauty of the Earth, which is that fun, there's wood grains, there's trees, there's backgrounds. I have Bloom Where You're Planted, which is the plant one. Expressions in Ink, and I realized I have an extra pack in here that is not mine. I wondered why I ordered 3 of them. Okay, so that's that beautiful marble one. I have the hand-penned DSP. The Wildcat one, but I don't have the coordinating bundle, so we'll scrap that one. In Good Taste, Pansies, the Simply Elegant. I'm not going to do that one because I already did this, and I feel like that has a real wow factor. Barb says Expressions in Ink. We've got the, why can't I think of what this one is? What is this one? I can't think. It was not my favorite, and I've actually used a lot of it. And then the last one is You're a Peach. In Sweet Symmetry. Okay, and then we've got the Tidings and Trimmings DSP. That's annual as well. And then moving to the holiday catalog, we've got the Heartwarming Hugs. I know this is so many choices. I probably should have narrowed it down to like 3. The Whimsy and Wonder. Eden's Garden, which I have not used. That might be a good one. Because this DSP does not carry forward to the new mini catalog. So once this stuff is out, it's out. We've got the Harvest. Oh boy. No, this is not Harvest. This is Blackberry Beauty. Painted Christmas, which is like the pine cones and beautiful stuff. Harvest Meadow, Peaceful Place, and the Sweet Stockings. So I know that is a lot of choices. Okay, so we have 2 Beauty of the Earth. Oh, I'm gonna need a Post-it. So I didn't want to do what I did last week, which was kind of give you a poll, like an option beforehand, because I didn't want to spoil it. So Beauty of the Earth, we have 1, 2. Eden's Garden. Watch, I'm not going to remember what this is. 2 of them. Expressions in Ink. 1, 2. Whimsy and Wonder. Harvest Meadow. Oh, Whimsy and Wonder is taking the lead. Ooh. Okay, now I'm going to keep one of these out because I think I remember the dimensions, but I don't want to steer you wrong. Beauty of the Earth has another one. I'm actually on my 2nd pack of Beauty of the Earth, and I didn't think that was going to happen. Okay, I'll give you another couple seconds, but it's looking like Whimsy and Wonder, which is funny because that is the creativity delivered for this month. And you're gonna love it. The deadline to sign up is the 20th. It's always the 20th of the month. It is $50 to get the full kit. Sign up is on my, it should be in my group and on my page. 4 packs. I just realized I should be putting this stuff on my website too. Probably a good idea, huh? Okay. Tick, tick, tick. It's so dry, and it's snowy here. It was, I don't have my watch on. It's very windy and snowy, and it was not a pleasant drive today. I lost my train of thought. I was telling you that for a reason, but it's gone. Just that it's dry. Squirrel. Okay, well, I think we're going to go with Whimsy and Wonder. And if you are interested in that class, you're ordering with me if you're in Canada, and you're ordering with Tiffany Almeida if you are in the US. I could give you a quick, yes, I think so, Jewel. I can give you a quick peek of my 2 cards if you're interested. So let's get on with this because I know that 7 o'clock Central Time is the time that Facebook Live blows up. There are like at least 6 people I know that go live at that time. Okay, so now that we've narrowed it down to the paper, which one? Or should we do like a sampler so that there's a little bit of all the different papers? Because if you saw, well, not if you saw, that one I did mostly the same paper. if you look at the deer one, I did these two coordinate and these two coordinate. And it's the same. Oh no, it's not. I lied. It's different on the back, but those two panels are the same on that side and that side. So should we do like a sampler? My gosh, my dogs are annoying tonight. I have to say this is my least favorite of them. I don't know why. I've got little bits and pieces of these. We could do the holly. Might be nice to do a sampler. I have barely any of this. Almost every piece that I've used has been this side, the mint macaron side. Everyone's loving the beauty of the earth, huh? Okay. And I'm guessing we'll probably just go with the coordinating bundle, right? We could do the pink snowflakes. This one is by far my favorite. I love this. Do a sampler. I think that's what it is, Feline. They're just too big. If they were a little bit smaller and maybe didn't have the animals on them, I just wish it was the baubles that you could cut and use, but I don't know. Okay, well, I'm loving these three together. We could do a little sampler. This one would be really nice to have the back side. Sorry, I'm hitting the camera. I'm sorry. Okay, I know that's going to look terrible with a mint macaron, but if it's around the holly, it's going to look beautiful. Okay, so next decision is what color card base. Should we go with basic white? Should we go with mint macaron, which is going to look funny here? We could go with blushing bride. I'd say polished pink, but I think it's going to be too pink compared to this. A2 cards, fat fingers. Yeah, exactly. The bauble is kind of big. Hi, Wendy. The Insomniac from Swansea. Love it. This is by far my favorite paper, Jewel. So what's it be? Blushing Bride. I think now it'll be easier to keep track of all these polls, right? Blushing. Okay. I'm going to grab Blushing Bride. So the nice part about this is you can get two card bases from this, but you would still need a mat behind them. So I'm going to cut this piece down the middle. We'll get our 4 1/4 by 11. And then I will cut this one in half. I need to change my blade. Got all these little fluffies. So the back piece is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So it's a quarter sheet. That looks so weird. I swear this is Blushing Bride. It looks very blue in there. So if you, like me, hi Charlene, the darker green is Mossy Meadow. So if you need to change your blade like I do and you get all those little fluffies, just use a nail buffing block and file them off. I don't want to give a card to someone that looks unfinished. So I need to remember to change this. Actually, I'm going to turn it around first and see if that will make a difference. I doubt it. It's worth a shot though, right? Okay, so we are going to extend the arm and do our scoring. And let me double check this because I don't want to give you the wrong dimensions. So we are scoring at 2 inches. Let me do it instead of telling you all 4. So 2 inches, if you want to write this down, go ahead. So on the long side, you've got 4 1/4 by 11, scoring at 2, 3 3/4. And now you might think, like I did, that you could just turn it around and do 2 and then 3 3/4 on this end. But I will tell you, that's how I got the card base that doesn't go down. They don't meet nicely in the middle. There's a bit of overlap. So what you want to do, don't turn it around. You're going to keep going. The next score line is at 7 1/4. So line it up here, 7 1/4. And then 9. So those dimensions or the score lines one more time are 2 inches, 3 3/4 inches, 7 1/4 inches, and 9 inches. Okay, so what we're going to do is fold this part in and then this one back. In, back. And then you should find that they meet just perfectly in the middle. If you do 2 and 3 3/4 on either end, you will get that overlap. Okay, so there is our base. I don't know what is throwing the color off so much. There, now it looks pink. That was so weird. Okay, and then this is our base. Oh, that was the other piece. This is our base. So we could do this right now if we wanted. You're going to center it and just place it down. But what I like to do is cut my DSP and apply these 3/4 inch pieces, and that helps me center it. Okay, so I'm thinking, where are we going to put that holly one? What do we want the most of? Do we want the holly, the prism, the mint macaron? I think we probably need the least amount of this because it's so dark and doesn't match with this. Like, this is polished pink in here. So which one do we want the most amount of paper? The ones you're going to see the most are the ones that are on these two panels and these two panels. Unless it's open, in which case, I mean, you still see those, but you don't see the little 3/4 inch ones so much. Holly on the front. This holly, right? That's what I'm thinking. Now, for the DSP, they're all going to be 4 inches in length, but this one is going to be 1 1/2. Is that? No, sorry, 1 3/4. Let me double check. I was doing this like without even measuring yesterday. So 1 3/4 for these two, as well as the reverse side if you choose to do that. And I mean, this is displaying some nice DSP, so do it on both sides. So you need 4 that are 1 3/4 inches by 4, and then you need 4 that are 1 1/2 by 4. And then this one in the middle, I don't remember that one. I want to say it's 3 1/4 by 4. It's definitely 4 inches. 3 1/4 by 4. And this piece is just an extra insert. We'll probably skip that this time. Mint and the pretty holly. Gotcha. So I am going to trim this down to 4 inches. And now all my paper is in the way. Okay, so we'll trim this down to 4 with my crappy blade. And not so bad on DSP. So 1 3/4, we need at least 2 of them. We'll start with 2. And because this DSP is so thin, I'm going to use Stamp and Seal on it instead of liquid glue. Okay, so on the other panels, we are going to do the 4 inches, and those are going to be 3/4 inches. Now, when I have a smaller amount of paper to work with, I like to work to the right of the blade. I find it's too hard to have it coming this way and try and keep it straight and, you know, all that stuff. Guess I kind of need that, don't I? So we'll grab our base again, the single base, run this along, and our Stamp and Seal. You haven't caught me live in forever. That's awesome. I'm trying an earlier time to see how it goes. So far, so good. Got more people than I usually would on my 7:30 live, but I do think part of that is, like I said, there's like half a dozen people or more that go live on Facebook for sure, but YouTube as well. So trying 6:30 Central to see how it goes. The other reason I was trying it was, one, I got mixed up and thought that On Stage was starting last Wednesday. Oops. I'd also been sick for 2 weeks, so there's that. But the other thing is, I get home, I make dinner, I buy dinner. I mean, I made it today. I was planning on leftovers, but they were gone. So make dinner, sit down, eat, and then pretty much by the time I'm done eating, it's time to go live instead of sitting for an hour and thinking, do Do I want to go live? Do I not want to go live? I'm tired. I have a headache. So this way, in the nicest possible way, I get it done. And then the evening is whatever I want it to be. Okay, so another tip here. I'm going to take this one out because I think that's what's throwing my lighting off. So what I like to do is take this part that now looks like a T and lay it down. We've got the 3/4 inch pieces down. Lay that down and then you can see if it's centered. Now I don't know why, but every time it's a little bit taller, like this part is a little bit taller than the base. I don't understand because they're both 4 1/4, but whatever. So lay it down. Nice, off duty. That is great, Linda. I like to hear that. My only concern was that on the West Coast, it is only 4:30. So, I mean, people may not be home from work yet, but there is always the replay. Okay, so this was the easiest way I found to get it centered. If you are more particular than I am and don't feel comfortable eyeballing it, I'm sure there's an easy way. This is how I do it. Okay, so we've got the perfect distance, maybe not perfect, but close enough. Got the right distance there. We'll add these two on. And where do you think we should put the prism paper? Should that maybe be on these ones? Don't really want to put it on the back side because people aren't going to see that as much. Kind of thinking the mint macaron would be there, good there too. This is a great way to use up some DSP, some scraps of DSP, as long as they're 4 inches long. It's a great way to kind of display a bunch of different ones. But like you saw in the snowman one, that was Beauty of the Earth too, actually. And I just did the same pattern throughout the whole thing. Let me show you that one more time. So when I was cutting it, I made sure that I was using the next piece so that it wasn't like all cut up in the pattern. But this is that Beauty of the Earth. It's on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 panels. Okay, and I'll have to tell you how I did that because that was fun. You're an eyeballer too. Eyeballing is awesome, right? That looks so pretty. Okay, so what are we putting here? Do we do the mint macaron, which would look lovely, or do we do the prism, which could be busy but also lovely, and then we still have the back sides to do. Now I am going to skip putting a basic white piece on here this time. I have put a 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece on every other one so that there's always a place to write. And if you wanted this to be on display, you don't have your message right in the middle. But I think we'll skip that this time, just because I don't want to keep you all night. It's been half an hour already. Mint. I'm thinking so too, right? Hi, Linda. Okay, 4 inches. That one's 1 1/2. So 1 3/4 on the bigger outside panels, 1 1/2 on the inside one. Oh, another thing I want to mention about my team is last night, after rescheduling twice because of this darn headache and sinus, whatever it was, we had our first ever team bingo. So this is a team perk only. Those that meet their quarterly minimums, attend the team meetings, recruit a downline, earn bingo cards to our team bingo. And they play for not cash, they're playing for a monetary amount, and then they get to choose their prizes. So it was a good time. We played 3 games. 3 of my amazing team members won a $50 gift. So they get to choose what they spend that on. Just one little way of me thanking them for being so awesome. They also get free tutorials every month. We meet every month virtually, but it just made me think. When Linda came on here, I tried kind of doing a sort of mystery stamping kind of in reverse. It didn't work so well. I had planned everything so early that I kind of forgot what I was doing. Doesn't sound like me at all, right? Now, do we put the prism in here? Because there will be basic white in here for the sentiment, and it would give us just a nice border. You know what? I'm going to cut it and we're going to see. So that one is 3 1/4 by 4. Oh, I think that one will be lovely. It will give us just a hint of the prism without being overbearing. It could never be overbearing, right? Where did I just put my nail buffing block? I just had it. Oh, that's not where you go. So what is everyone? Small edge prism. Okay, good. Hi, Susan. What is it is an awesome perk. I can't tell who that is, but it is an awesome perk. I hope that all my team had a great time, even if they didn't win. There were 3 winners. What's everyone having for dinner tonight? Because I am poor, made gnocchi. Let me measure this. Gnocchi with Italian sausage, pasta sauce, so all of this goes together, and then we put that bocconcini cheese on top and broil it. So good, so quick, so good. So this is 3 by 3 3/4 if you're putting a panel on that inside. And because my trimmer isn't cutting nice, I'm going to use this one. I feel like I'm talking a mile a minute. I find that if I don't talk a lot at work, I end up talking more at home, which you lovely people get to benefit from. But also if I'm home for the day, it's a lot less talking. So, okay, now this one, I'm going to eyeball it. It is going to be in the center, so we don't want it to be too uneven. That looks beautiful when I look at it through the screen. And look, just that little bit coming through, especially because the light's hitting it just so. You're thinking about lunch. Good idea. Oh, we did it boiled, and then I throw it in with the sausage that's already cooked, and I take the casing off of the sausage. So it's basically like squeezing sausage out, and then I brown it and beat it all up. And the cheese on top. Oh my goodness. So good. I can only have so much dairy, so if I put more than that bocconcini in there, it would not be good. But oh my goodness, love it. This is so pretty. Tooting my own horn here. Now what are we going to put on the back, or are we going to leave this one blank? I feel like that prism needs to be at least on one of these two. But if we do the prism, should we put that little bit of the holly, which I've set aside, or is it gonna look funny? Could put the prism on this one and then the holly on this one, or we could just carry the I don't want the mint macaron on this one, it'd be too close. Hi Jenny, thank you for sharing, and virtual hugs to you too. The other one we haven't used is this, but I feel like these two just don't go. I don't know. I know the dark is polished pink. I don't know what the lighter one is, but I wish we had it as a color. Because Blushing Bride is beautiful, but it is a very blue pink, right? No, it's a very yellow pink. Yellow, right? Yeah. Yeah. Holly and pink. The one I don't like the ornament one, or this one? I mean, I do like this one. Not pink. No to the holly. Okay. Do we agree that the prism should be on here somewhere to bring it in, or is it enough having it on there? Now, the other thing I need to do is, I think I'm going to go into my label container, if I can reach it. And instead of coming up with something new, I might just use something that I have. We don't need to have a big square. It can be whatever you want it to be. I actually had die cut this one first and then thought, ooh, I think I want crumb cake for the front of this. The white felt a little too stark. I would love to use my foiling machine, but I haven't plugged it in. I got the Spellbinders hot foil glimmer machine, and I have prism paper, and I want to do it, but right now I only have one plate. I ordered some stuff from scrapbook.com and Simon Says Stamp, but it's taking forever. Prism and ornament. It needs prism, right? Yes. Okay, ornament. Megan, you're doing this just to challenge me, aren't you? Use the paper you don't like. Okay, I think that could work. I think so. We're almost done. Okay, so prism. We need another 4-inch piece. I've got little scraps of paper all over the place. We're gonna stick with the guillotine, although it's a little long. Okay, so I need to cut it to 4 inches for the height. And prism here. What do we think? I'm gonna cut, I think this one actually is already 4 inches. Ornament on the very front or prism on the very front? I know this is so many questions, but I did say at the beginning it was going to be a choose your own adventure kind of live, right? But not completely blind. It's not like I was like, okay, what are we doing? At least I had samples to show you of where we were going. I bet you did, Megan. For those of you that are demonstrators that attended on stage, I don't know how many of you ordered the product purchase premiere. I didn't because there wasn't enough in it to justify the expense. Also, I just said I'm poor right now, right? Had too many things come up all at the same time. I've decided I'm doing the big ones on the front, the ornaments on the front. But there is one bundle I can't wait to get, and Tiffany, Sherry, and I were talking on the weekend to plan our next retreat, which is going to be like it'll be in February, I think probably around Valentine's Day. Wink, wink. And we've picked the bundles that we're going to use. We can't ask people to choose these bundles because they haven't seen the catalog yet. So we've chosen those bundles, and it's funny, only one of the 3 that we're using are ones that I was planning on ordering right away anyways. But there is one that if you like this, you'll probably love the bundle. But yeah, there just wasn't enough. I think because the offering was smaller than it usually is. Usually it's like 3, 4, 5 pages long, and this time it wasn't. And it felt like quite a few of the things that were available were ones that people got in their swag boxes already. So it is what it is. Okay, now the only thing we haven't done is what's going to go on the front. Oh, this is so pretty. So while I was watching ornament on the front, I like it. While I was watching on stage at home on Friday, there were huge connectivity issues and people were freaking out. I'm like, you know what? I have 100 card order to complete, so I just kept working on that, and then I watched the replay mostly yesterday actually while I was at home crafting, waiting to pick up my poor neglected dogs from the groomer. So I did that. Okay, you think, now I have an idea. We could do one of these ornaments. We could just fussy cut it and put it on a label. Or, you know what, Jenny? I haven't made it that far. I've watched everything from Friday, and Saturday I was watching live, and then we had to go out, so I haven't watched all of it. but I will. Yeah, Jewel, you probably do. Okay, so I have 2 ideas. Whoops. And one other thing I want to mention is my December host code. I am going to have, I realized that I lost 2 full weeks by being sick, and I wanted to do a Santa's workshop class like I did last year, which was, Brandon! Which was like treat holders and stocking stuffer type things. And I thought I want to do that, but it's kind of too late to do it as a class kit, like where I send everything out. So my host code for December, if you place an order within like the first, well, I guess it could be any time in December, you are going to get a class, a virtual class. I don't know if it's going to be recorded or a PDF yet. Or if it's Zoom. No, it won't be Zoom. I can't do that. But you will get this class to make all of these Santa's workshop things that I'm going to design. So I thought, oh no, that's terrible, Megan. Yeah, the groomers was like $250. I've got car insurance coming out. I had eye exam that I wasn't anticipating. Just a whole bunch of stuff. Fussy cut and ornament. So we also have, I don't want to color these right now because I haven't colored them yet, and I think that's going to be a lot of pressure. We could do one of these. We could do one of these or one of those. Probably with the pearl paper maybe, or silver, I don't know. But the other thing we could do is, I love this ornament. This is actually going to, the reason I'm mentioning my Santa's workshop is because I think it is going to revolve around this. Now, that being said, if you don't have the frosted gingerbread bundle, it's not your thing. It will be easy to swap out for something else. It's not going to be like a huge design. It won't have to be exactly the way I've designed it. But I love this little ornament. It is such a great size, and you can choose to just have the die cut, or you can have that intricate one in the middle. So that is what I'm thinking. Sparkle white ribbon. Oh, that's a good idea too, but I don't know if I have 12 ideas in me. But the Santa's workshop, I did a video tutorial and PDF tutorial last year, and there was like a Ferrero Rocher treat, and there was a Ghirardelli treat, and a gift card holder, and gift tags, and just a whole bunch of stuff that was geared towards gift giving. Stocking stuffers, those types of things. So I am going to do, so there'll be treat packaging in there, gift card holder, some tags, and you can use whatever product you have. It won't be a class kit, it will be the actual class, so you can do it at your own pace and your own time. And I'm thinking anytime in December. So you order December 1st, I will have that class ready, fingers crossed, and I will just send it to you. You won't have to wait till the end of the month. Ooh, a snowflake. I do have a snowflake right here. Those wonderful snowflakes would work. And hi, Susan. The other thing is the last chance list is going to be coming out soon, and I got to take a peek at that yesterday. I went over it with my team, and I think you'll be surprised at some of the things that are going and some of the things that are staying. Okay, so I don't really have a tag that's big enough. I could die cut one. A snowflake would be awesome. I want to show you because, you know what? That's a good question. Probably. Cheryl, the PDF. I want to show you this because my projects for Stamping Society, I don't end up sharing a picture of the actual tutorial project. This one is the one that is on my blog, and you don't, yeah, exactly, Jenny. You don't get the dimensions for it. So this was the Stamping Society, but this is the one that you're going to get for free in the tutorial. One of the 6. They're stuck together. Where are you stuck? Oh, I see. This. I'm going to hold one up here and one down here, so you can see both versions. I know there's a lot of glare. It's window sheet. It's a slimline window sheet card. So you can get the tutorial to make that, and that is using the snowflakes from the Frosted Gingerbread Suite. Isn't that adorable? I realized I need to start showing more of my free tutorial projects so that you know what you're getting. So this is the Sweet Stamping Connection. It's just a cute little peppermint thing. Takes like 5 minutes. And then this is a fun fold inspired by the amazing Patty Bennett. Gift card holder. So you can get that tutorial for free if you shop with me. Okay, tag. What am I going to use? Kind of like the idea of a big ornament on the front. And you know what stamp set I haven't used yet? Yes, do you mean the wonderful snowflakes? The ones that are kind of blinding us all with their rainbows? The other thing I was thinking of is the Encircled in Warmth. Fits beautifully in these. I was going to do a class with it months ago and didn't get around to it. But we could do an ornament, and you only adhere it to half, because if you adhered it to the whole thing, you're never going to see what's inside here. You know what? I'm going to do this, and then I am going to challenge you to create one of these yourself using whatever DSP you want. You've got the dimensions. If you want them written, let me know. Actually, you know what? I'll just put them in the description of this, Facebook and YouTube. And I'm going to challenge you to make one of these, and you can show me what you put on the front of yours. How's that? Just going to die cut this quickly with my Vagabond. The only thing I don't like about this Vagabond is that I have to stand here and push the button, but still far less going on with my arm than if I cut it myself. Okay, so let's put that away. I really bought this bundle for the dies. Okay, so I am going to grab my Encircled in Warmth stamp set so you can see how perfectly it fits. Look at them. It's like they were made for each other. Which one should we do? So the You Warm My Heart is the perfect size. I can't believe I haven't used that yet. We've got Warm Christmas Wishes, which would look beautiful on there as well. I love the fonts of that. This one would fit too. Okay, so who's going to make one of these? I am going to show you the trick that I discovered from Julie Davison. So I think I've showed this already, but if this is your first time here, or maybe you missed that one, you're going to place that down, sticky side down. Take your pick tool, and wherever that seam is, you're going to peel that up. Peel that up. Come on. Okay, get those pieces off there. And then you're going to line up your stamp so we know heart is on the bottom. So let's turn it that way. Flip it over. And I have found this to be so much easier getting it in the right place. I find that when I try and lay them down onto it, I miss almost every time. And once it's down for life. Okay, so what do you think? Warm Christmas Wishes or You Warm My Heart? Which is like the perfect fit for this ornament. Maybe a little bit big, but what do you think? Yes, Jenny, I am sure that I've heard your name on her lives. I love her style. Truth be told, that's actually where I found this fold. I case her a lot, I think. Okay, what do you think? You Warm My Heart or Warm Christmas Wishes? And then I will put a little bit of my white organdy ribbon right on there. Whoops. Ooh, that's all that's left. Good thing I have another roll. Warm Christmas Wishes, says Jean. Scissors. I really mess myself up when I put things back. I don't know if that's enough. That'd make a great knot. I don't think it's going to make a great bow. So let's just do this while it's on here. And then we'll see, which do we want, a knot or a bow? Pull that tail down. That'll do. That'll do, pig. Every time I say that'll do, it reminds me of Babe. Okay, and then this one will tie in a knot. Warm Christmas wishes, warm Christmas wishes, warm Christmas wishes. Now, those tails are super long. We'll cut them down just a smidge. Okay, what ink color? I probably should have asked you that before I asked which sentiment, right? Warm Christmas wishes. Which way do you go? Which way do you go? What is wrong with me? Why can't I get... Am I missing something? There we go. My son is the one that's good at puzzles, not me. Warm Christmas wishes. I'm kind of thinking mint macaron. I would love, love, love if we had prismatic embossing powder, but we do not. Because I think that would look gorgeous. And if I could glimmer that with the prism paper, that would be awesome, but that's not going to work either. Giving you all these things I can't do. I cut these going the wrong way, but whatever. They'll be consistently wrong. Blushing Bride. The card base, like the piece that we scored, is 4 1/4 by 11, A2 size, of course. And you're scoring at, oh shoot, was it 2? 2, 3 3/4, 7 1/4, and 9. Remember, don't do the 2 and then flip it because it won't fit. Okay, mint macaron or blushing bride? We've got one for blushing bride. Well, blushing brine. Do you brine your turkey with that? Okay, I'm kind of thinking the knot. Mint. This one. This is a quarter sheet, so 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Mint macaron. Oh, we got 3 for mint. That's kind of what I was thinking. Sorry, Cheryl. I'm going to be a rebel and just stamp this right on here. I'm kind of thinking offset instead of being perfectly centered. That doesn't look great, but I could go over that with my Stampin' Blend. Now, bow or not? Bow or not? And I will put the sizing in the description, but I know that doesn't help you with is it A4? Bow. Oh, my mint macaron needs to be inked. I do wish that there was an ornament that was just like solid instead of like that huge ornate one. I could go over it with a Stampin' Blend, but that's just going to make it run, so I'm not going to do that. So what I'm going to do, probably should have embossed this with clear embossing powder so that it was a little shiny. It's looking a little plain, and watch, as soon as I get it adhered, I'm going to come up with some genius way of making it more ornate. But right now, it's not coming. Okay, so we're only applying adhesive to that side. Like I said, if we go farther than that, we're gluing our card closed. Okay, so I like to flip it, make sure that I don't have any glue on the inside. So if I do this, I'm not gluing it. Bow, 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 bow. Okay, and then a glue dot. This took longer than I thought, but you know what? You guys had a lot of decisions to make. Oh yeah, that dresses it up some, right? There we go. And I think instead of going over this with a blend, I'm going to go over it with my Wink of Stella, which will give a little bit of shimmer and make the color a little smoother. So what do you think? I don't even think we need embellishments on this with all these little prismatic pieces. Do you love this design? Silver foil behind it. Awesome idea. told you, awesome idea after I get it adhered. Now, you could definitely stamp a sentiment in there, but you can also write your greeting. If you don't want a greeting in there, you want an extra sentiment, you want an image, then just put your basic white on the back, which would be 4 by 5 1/4. So that is all. Isn't it pretty? Let me know in the comments which one was your favorite. Was it the Christmas to remember? Christmas season to remember is the easiest way to say it because that combines both. Was it the snowman? Let me bring them all back in. I'm partial to the snowman, but that's because I did all of this coloring, and look at that stinkawella on there. It's so sparkly. Put this back in the tags. I'm not sure why that one isn't staying closed. The deer, or the merry and bright. I already put the gingerbread one away, and that was the plainest one. So let me know which one you love. I don't know if I could choose now, but so pretty, right? And so easy. All you need is some DSP and one focal image minimum. You could have more, but you need at least one, which we demonstrated with that one, right? Okay, I know, Jewel, I'm with you. It's hard to choose. I am going to go. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful rest of your evening and your week, and we'll see you soon. Bye.